Start the sucker up again here. Dinner, so I was like, yes. So here is the main hold. We have
Hey, Commander.
position officer.
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Trader.
Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods.
I buy your
Without the
fucking
goods,
licenses.
I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Nope, not good enough. Alright. Hope we are in a minute.
Commander,
What's your opinion of the last mission?
kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander.
Fuck you.
No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
Well, this time I don't think you can blame yourself.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Greg. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Duty.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander.
Oh, okay.
No
Same thing.
offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish
Yes,
we...
if I had been more alert,
The Geth
they have
are
flash... I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am?
She has a little smile in her voice. Alright. We don't know what that X is, but well, I guess we'll figure it out later. Don't matter none right now. This is the drive core. That little bit of Zero drives this entire motherfucking ship.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month
yeah,
on
Tally.
board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Nope. I want to talk to you, Adams.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation, too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Icky.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Engage. See?
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and
Not
radiation. Too
actually
easy for
needed to do
sensors to
that.
pick them up,
Sorry.
unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out, most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Where else have you served?
My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard.
Thank you.
I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful.
Because we're
I
awesome.
had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
The
I have
most
to
advanced.
thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
That's a while ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly
Well, I guess
being
the
repaired,
Constitution.
modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Liberties. Like?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much,
Goddamn
it would
communists.
strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, The Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought.
I was gonna say.
But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brainpower?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input.
Well, you think so.
Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence.
Well,
Am I alive? Why am I here? What
That's
is
always
my
a problem.
purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general
war.
order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance.
Well, that was wrong.
But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions
It
of
lasted a
Quarians
morning.
died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Maybe you shouldn't have been dicks. Sorry, Tally, but
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
The pilgrimage, talk with the Geth, talk with the Quarians. Alright, we're done.
I should go.
See you later.
Alright, let's go talk with Rex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
There's always a story.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Come on.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Yeah, they tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Well, maybe.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Oh?
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one, and no one's rushing to find a cure.
It's pretty, pretty brutal.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Mass Effect 2.
You ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Rex. Shepard. Rex. Shepard. Rex. Best for last.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But
Well-
CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Come down hard. Camera's gotta be molded. All right. Do I really care about anything he has to say? No, I really don't. Anything over here? No. Short, I guess, explanation about Caden. He's like first or second gen biotics, maybe engineered by a bad company, sent to Jump Zero, which was a biotic training facility. He killed a man out there, one of the Turian instructors, and he has headaches, and he's just a generally nice yet boring person. So he's me in real life. Oh, there we go. Presley.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
You got a problem? You got a
We're all
problem
on the
with
same team
Sniper
here,
Ratman?
Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Also, I'm glad I choose to believe that it is badass lipstick and not edgy. Showing her,
Speak freely, Presley. I want to
Take no
know if you have a
prisoners.
problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. And those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Alrighty. Okay, that is Newman.
Carry on, Presley.
Alrighty. Let's go... Oh, right, Joker.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander.
Yes.
Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I kind of do.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. I classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Okay, yeah,
go.
we're done.
All right, see ya.
Oh, don't be a sourpuss, Joker. Sometimes you just gotta stand up for yourself. Knock that dust off your feet. Get going down the road. Alright, right, so scanning again. Asteroid belt. What cataclysm stripped the atmosphere and left the planet to freeze is currently known. I wonder. Next. just a second. Let's get the rest of this thing surveyed first. Make sure I've looked at those writings. Interesting. Scan the asteroid belt. Quasi. And we've got more blues. Survey some xenon. Alrighty. More land is. Alrighty. Sharjila, huh? Alright. Let's land. Let's take my favorites. Alright, so this is Sharjila, so let's bring up that in the planetary maps. Sharjila, so I have my where the hell I'm going stuff. Alright, so it looks like we've got stuff there, there, and there. So let's make a clockwise exploration of this. I'm Supreme Russian hacker slash hazard person. Alright, let's get to the next one over there. First day out. Drink in quite some time. I do like the exploration of the Mako. I am sad that they eliminated it in the succeeding games. Like I said, it adds a bit to the sort of sense of exploration that we had. In this game especially. Yeah. Got my uranium. And what's next? Right, we have this one here. Yeah, Quasi. I liked how they I mean, they did re-add it a bit in terms of the hammerhead, but that was a very, very limited limited planetary selection, I suppose, is the proper term. You had the actual Hammerhead missions, and then you also used the Hammerhead on, what was it, Overlord? I want to say. And yeah, paying for probes is dickballs, so I don't. I just sort of add infinite probes to myself because fuck that. The same reason that I add infinite ammo usually, because I don't. As a Spectre, I believe that I would not have upgraded my guns to not have infinite ammo. So, in my mind, I'm just going to retcon that shit and make it so that I never run out of ammunition, because I shouldn't be running out of ammunition with an infinite ammunition block. Heatsink, I'm, quote, swapping heat sinks when I have to reload, and that's about all I'll give them. Anything more than that, they can just go suck a dick. Right. Well, Quasi, if you keep watching, in the next month or two, I will be going through the complete trilogy. I may or may not skip a bunch of 2. Well, not necessarily. Did I already do this? I think I did that, actually. In the terms of the Probe in Uranus sort of dumb bullshit that no one actually wants to watch. But I'm going through this game as if I'm... Well, I will be using the save from Mass Effect 1 in Mass Effect 2, and coinciding using the save from Mass Effect 2 in Mass Effect 3. And hopefully I'll be able to get through the entire trilogy in the next 2 months, with additionally all the warships testing that inevitably I'll have to do. I shouldn't have much except for packs, I think. After that. Oh, hello. Arr, you're a pirate. I am having an issue with here. Sit down. Stop shooting my goddamn tank. We have an issue here. Stop shooting at me, cockbags. Let me kill you. Peace. Where are you? High explosive. That's a look, right? Okay. Where are you? All right. Now we can actually get into fireplace.
Finally, some action! Hold the line!
Give me rotational shots. No. Oh, right. Sit down. Shut.
You must die.
Fuck. Oh, go, go! Christ. think I've got polonium around this thing. Who else wants to stand up? Is it you? Ow! You little bitch.
I think we're good, Shepard.
Dead now. Right. No, I don't need either of those. That. Or that. I don't even know why I'm still doing this. Okay. Ah, scotch.
Let's go.
My ass. Shepherd ass. I'll take all that. Oh, Christ. Ow. Okay. Here's the Omnigel. Oh! Right, I forgot to talk to her, didn't I? Nope. I am elite Russian hacker. Call that. And let's get the last thing on this planet, and then get the fuck off to the next system. I think I have one more system, and then I hit Liara. So she's totally not going to be crazy from being stuck in that Prothean jail cell, is she now? And that. I know. Well, you know, it occurs to me. The Nexus and Arc projects, Mass Effect Andromeda, yeah? Those launch in 2186, 85? The Mako's still frontline hardware in 2185. Will we have a Mako in Andromeda? I know we'll... Oh, no, never mind. We're not going to have the Mako. We're going to have the evolved Mako, whatever the hell it is. Hopefully it plays sort of the same. No! Comrade Putin will be angry at me. There we go. Yeah. No? Yeah. There we go. Okay. Right. Next. Go to Athens. Is a landing spot? No, it's not. Right. Scan the asteroid belt. Looks like nothing. Doesn't look like anything there either. Cersei. So right that. And Proteus. Is there really no landable planet in here? Did Cersei, did Solaris, did Nausicaa, and did Pharos. Wait, I thought Pharos was... Nothing in the asteroid belt, huh? Nothing in the inner rings. Alright. Then on to Knossos. Inner asteroid. Oh. Alright, Therum is where Liara is, so we'll get back to that in a moment. Zakros. Solid enough, nothing there. Outer asteroid belt. Right. Interesting here. Automated helium-3. So, no, nothing. We have over here a mini, which is our mini. Oh yeah, crypts. This is an interesting planet, and I wish that they had gotten back to it later when it's like, yeah, we don't give a shit what the council says. We're gonna go take a look what the fuck's going on out here. But no, they never did. So. Okay, did Zakros did there. All right. Time to land this puppy. Garrus and Rex. Sorry, Tali, you're gonna make sure the engines don't literally blow up, and Ashley and Caden can go screw. Literally, for all I care.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings.
Are you now?
Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
And you couldn't drop closer. It's a damn lie. I know you could have dropped me closer, because you did it on Arlos. You dropped me down the butt. 5 by 5. Oh no, what's that sound? Look, it's coming down. Okay, that is actually a very good ship. But, charge. You guys. Whee! Vessel. Armatures are no match for my ramming damage. I have an extra flag on, and or I'm a mouse.
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
There's an odd physics bug there. Alright. Come on. Come on. Okay, there you go. That's a missile. Bitch. Come and fight me, right? Come on. Come on. Now, okay. And go. All right.
We're good, Commander.
My ass over here. The best around. No one's ever gonna bring you down. Really? Oh, right, you're shooting tunnels down way over there. Beep, beep, jeep. Hi. This is friendly. Jesus. That's right, I'm gonna mount you. Urgh. Bitch. Get down! I said, get down. Stay down. Alrighty. And hi. All right. Ain't got time to screw around with you, boys. Hello. Oh. No. Oh, are you kidding me? Goddamn, I touched it.
Hostile spotted.
Oh, I'm all the way back here. Alright, screw it. I'm just gonna drive through. I do not care. That's annoying. Ugh. I have a teleport cheat or something I can use. See through there. Look. That's super annoying. Okay. I'm not going to subject you guys to me sitting there and trying to shoot people a lot. I'm just going to drive through. Don't give a fuck for everything I can. Gotta go save the girl, guys.
Only a fool punches a Nathak in the mouth. We should
Rex.
sneak around and pull its tail.
Right, but do I have... No, I don't have console enabled right now. Little flame glowing spot where the gap was. I should enable cheats next time. Unfortunately. We're gonna save right here though. Alright, now we don't have to go back as far, in case I screw up again. I don't like the lack of negative gun depression. Thanks for that. That's a major issue. Alright. Taking a lot less time this time. Guts to grease my treads. That's incorrect, Dennis. I love you, number one Space Pro, but immediately had to shoot people after you said that. Alright, let's not run into the lava this time. Alright.
Hostile contact!
Hi. Beep, beep, beep.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Please, stormtroopers. Assault troopers. Stuff's trooping. Can't stop the coal train. Just so we don't have a repeat of the last time. Well, that's not good. Ow. Bitch, that hurt. Shield boost? That. This. Never not be shooting my assault rifle at medium range. Alrighty. I like having all my New Game Plus stuff, essentially. Having all my weapons.
visited a Prothean ruin before. Aside from the Citadel, I mean.
Ah, good. More Amazon orders for shipping. Well, those didn't last very long.
Protheans sure build things homey.
Hello?
Hey,
Could somebody help me? Please?
what's up, Liara?
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
Also, your chest is way not as big.
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
I somehow doubt that that's going to be an issue. We done?
All targets down.
I mean, I don't technically need any of this stuff. But let's use the Omnigel and experience points, I suppose. Well, unless I'm totally screw up. Alright, back to my laser. Right, I got like fucking Simon Says. Oh. Down. Down right. Down right left. Down right. Down right left down. Down right left down up. Oh, there we go. I always... I don't know if it's in the game, but this always struck me as a Prothean prison.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Low definition.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on!
Let's go!
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me?
Well,
do you
long
think
story.
Venezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
Oopsie.
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
No, this is like my 12th
We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Just doing a full playthrough of
get the Normandy
Mass
airborne
Effect.
and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister!
Aye,
Trilogy
Commander.
done.
Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
Before Mass Effect
If
Andromeda
I
comes
die
out.
in here, I'll kill him.
And this is totally a prison cell, prison block. Waddle, 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 waddle.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Scared. Sit down. Shut up. Ready? Done? No, no, he's dead too. Run away! Run away!
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander.
Oh, yeah.
But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Domination, I'm probably streaming until 9-ish Eastern, maybe a little bit before when I have a meeting to go to. Other than that, I'm streaming streaming for the next 2 hours.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like
No,
a
you
long
won't,
time
Ash.
to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves.
Yeah, I guess.
Because of my
Hooray.
youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander,
Which means
I
no
have heard
respect.
every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind.
I
It is
wonder
almost
why.
as if someone did not want the mystery solved.
Hmm.
It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues.
I
But
wonder.
here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish.
You don't say.
This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Alternatively, Dooman, it's like someone collected up all the information.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Well, guess what?
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
I'm just that good.
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Sure, why not?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
You are free to act as you see fit, Commander. Our role is to offer guidance and advice.
It's up to you if you're smart enough to listen.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin.
Suck a cock.
Was that really necessary, Shepard?
We almost died in there. The Geth were everywhere.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Language, please. It's goddamn right, salute me.
Yes, Commander?
Anything? No.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. PDS system? I guess it's like defensive. Shut up. CAC card. PIN number. ATM machine.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
You top of my class in flight school? I earned that.
What are you talking
You mean... Okay.
Okay.
Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Sub-average. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's go talk with the crew. After ein Mission. We have... the old Normandy. Anything else in my quarters? Right. Ceremonious teabagging of my bed. Hey, Caden! I don't care. There? Okay.
Yes, Commander? Is there
else?
something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out. I wanted to... But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse.
I should go.
Nothing
Goodbye,
more to talk
Commander.
about. Okay. Hey, Liara, how you doing?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in
She's
good
the
hands.
best
Dr. Chakwas knows
around.
what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Oh,
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
I'd like to talk about you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
Well, didn't you?
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
Well...
Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Okie doke.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me.
This hurts you, Shepard.
I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us.
Well, because you're sort of one-dimensional space lesbians.
About my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us.
Space lesbians.
We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Space lesbians.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner.
I know.
Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
By the way, I'm not gonna bang Liara.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
We did both those things?
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation.
No,
My people
we did
believe
this,
we are,
alright.
although we seek to understand other species.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Yeah, no, on this, my possibly final playthrough, there will only be one person magging on Shepard. And that is, of course, Garrus.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Well, not really.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Wait, what?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems.
All right, Rex.
They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That makes
That's
literally no
the only time you
sense.
saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Well, lucky you then. We already talked about that stuff, didn't we?
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
That's...
I don't think she's used to teasing, good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years.
Right there.
That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
I keep an open-door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but...
I don't know, Quasi.
I'm
No
concerned
idea.
about the aliens. Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Suck a dick.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Well, that was less than I was asking
Commander?
for.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though. Ma'am?
No, I might not have wanted to bite her head off on that one. But stop being a fucking racist. Speaking of fucking racists, or races.
Commander.
Hey, how you doing, Garrus?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Some fucked up mandibles, a headscarf, and an arm missing to be Saren, but...
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Yeah, Dooman, there's an issue with the PC version of Garrus in Mass Effect 1. The textures are low-res. They fucked it up, essentially. Demiurge screwed up the port from Xbox onto PC. So the high-res textures never got on, and BioWare didn't care enough to release a patch for it. So we are stuck with low-res face Garrus on the PC forever. Fortunately, we have high-res Garrus on ME2 and 3.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Looking for supplies?
Sure.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Got anything fun? Phoenix? No, you don't. Okay.
Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
How so?
The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
I like how they're using the we can't afford more resources to put a lot more crew in here, and then just say, oh yeah, no, there's totally a bunch of automation going on.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Alright.
I should go.
See you later.
Alright, so we covered Joker, Tali, Garrus, Ashley. And we don't care about Cayden. Right. Okay, then back up to the plotting map. We have a lot of things to do in this game. Places to go, people to see, aliens to shoot. Alright. Okay, I think we're finished everything at Artemis Tau. Quite a few other systems here. We're going to do a few side systems, I think, before we get to Pharos or Noveria. And I'll leave it up to you guys, the few people I have in chat here. Which do you want to go do first, Pharos or Noveria? Meanwhile, I'm going to hit up, I guess, Voyager and Hades Gambit at the very least. Jupiter brain, huh? Interesting. Survey. Treven's actual landing zone. Okay. So we'll get to that in a second here. And yeah, that's all the planets in this system. So let's just go to Treven here. Got it. Terrestrial world. Thanks, Jenny. That's going on. Let me go bring up Treven on my maps here. Because Trebin planetary map. There we are. All right, and back to Mass Effect. Again, we're picking him and him. Man, that turret rotation, I'd kill for that on World of Tanks. Alright, so I can... okay, there's something there and something out there, so I guess I'll go here first. And do a clockwise loop of the... I'm gonna be really annoyed at that one world that's just cliffs everywhere. The fuck was that sound? Plutonium. Comrade. What's next? Here. Rip all of you fucking scavengers.
Securing point.
Area secured.
Oh, I am lead Russian hacker who can... Oh, no, never mind. Oh, no, never mind. Man, these DNC servers are much harder this time. Alright, reduce to Omnigel. Reduce to Omnigel. Take. Oh, this is a plane. And while the rain falls mainly on the plane, planes are also where... oh god, I'm blanking on the worms. Planet... What we think are... I think one of the fan theories was that they're planetary defense worms. Oh, that's a lot of probes. Like an old species had the giant worms, as an anti-reaper defense system, which not that bad of a theory. They do seem to go after anything large metal, which reapers count as. Plane. Let's see if I get the worm over here. Oh, I know what this is. Alright. Moving first.
Nobody's been here for a while.
How do you know?
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
There could be. Anything I need? No.
I'm here if you need me. Right behind you, Shepard.
I'm sure. Why were there green silos?
Let's get moving. No sense standing around.
One thing for nostalgia, thanks.
Heading out.
A lot of running, so I'm fantastic ass. Okay.
Take cover!
Oh, hi, everybody. How are you all doing? That good, huh? No, don't touch my space boyfriend. Hey, you know what? I have no idea what actually was.
I've seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
Not really there, Garrus. You're a little off on that one. Let's just let Rex deal with that. Well, both Garrus and Rex are down. You guys feeling better? Hooray, you're feeling better now. Those are dragon's teeth. Dragon's teeth. Here. Got the last bit on this planet and get the funk out. Right. I'm not sure, Divination or Quasi, do you have an opinion on Pharaohs versus Noveria? Just sort of curious as to which one people want to go to next.
Just lead the way.
I am. Here. It's guaranteed that. Thresher Maw, that's what it was. Thresher Maw is the alien defense mechanism. Artifacts. Space Indiana Jones. Right? Got $50,000 for doing that. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 und 7. Alright, we're good. Did we do everything in the Hades Gamma? No, we couldn't. Yes, okay. Yeah, we got two more systems here. Got here. No, just an asteroid. The asteroid belt. Ah, yes, the Leviathan of Dis. This comes back to haunt us a little bit. Shockingly disappeared after a Batarian Dreadnought came by. Wealthy. Okay, okay. Batarian insignia. Is this? Yeah, that's an actual planet. Green bar is. Oh, hey, Gobbidus, what's up? Bone can melt. Okay, fantastic. Whatever. Back to. Oh, no. Yes, okay. It's in there. Fuck the Batarians, FYI, forever, with a fucking rusty dipstick. Batarians are just bad species. They're dicks to humans, and they're slavers. anything that happens to them is well deserved. Alright, I am on Cleansell. Let me go back to the maps here. Avigan, Luna, Cleansell, there we go. Alrighty, back into the game. What do we got? We got something over here, and then a whole bunch of crap around here. So let's do the one outlier first. Also, I'm not speaking bad of Garrus. Garrus is #1 space bro / boyfriend NA. I'm speaking bad of the Batarians, however. Not Turians, Batarians, you idiot. I've not been drinking enough to split Batarians from Turians.
Cover me.
That. And what's next? It's just this general area has a bunch of shit.
Securing point.
Hello, dead person. That's fine. Drive here.
Let's go.
Should have been a thing? I mean, it's here. Is there nothing to do with it, apparently? That's weird. Okay. Nope, there you are.
Securing point.
North of it. Pick up the anomaly, which looks to be enemy base of some sort. You. And you. You again. And you. That guy. Anyone in there? Anyone behind there? That dude as well. grab those minerals first. That head up whatever that's even mine. I'm the best at discovering new things. It's me. I'm the best. I'm just going to assume that this mine is inhabited by people with guns who don't like me. Seems like a fair bet, I think.
Heads up!
That is, well, give him polonium poisoning.
Go, go, go!
Get away from me! Really?
Enemy is everywhere!
This guy...
Enemy is everywhere!
Like, badass. Not gonna lie. Alright. You know what? Rex, just deal with him, Rex, because I don't. Okay. How are my bullets not doing what I want them to do? Let's go. Let's give my machine gun. Thank you. Stop, baby. Unless I get caught on scenery. Oh, it's Crime Boss.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Get out of the goddamn way, Darius! Jesus. That was a lot tougher than I was actually thinking it would be.
I think we're good, Shepard.
That's a laser? What's over here? Give me some extra XP. Alright, let's get out of here. Get on the road. One more system in this cluster. And then... Was it the first cluster that we went to? Let's see. Yeah, went from Artemis Tau to Hades Gamma. That's not good. We got that band. We got this band. Yep. Right. So we got that. There. Okay. Nothing. Nothing in the Ontario. I think this is the ship that the guy on the Council Presidium level left me to take a look for. So let's see what's going on with this. That's a red, so give me a shotgun. Okay, use that on reach at least. Nothing. Like this game, huh?
Intruders! Kill the hostage! You must die! You must die!
Come on. Go. Have I killed all of them? Oh no, this is the this is the thing with the senator, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I think we're good, Shepard.
Sorry I killed like all your friends. All of them. Yes, 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 I get it. Just on each other. I'll go deal with that in a moment here. Alright. Oh, hey, Cap.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
What do you mean, you people?
Let's not do anything we're all gonna regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since
I've-
the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth. I promise that.
Stare me down, motherfucker.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Maybe you're
Thank you,
Goddamn
Commander.
fucking mutton chops.
I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
What's wrong with your face?
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
Seriously, though. What the fuck is wrong with your face? Is that jaundice? Is jaundice blue? Eh. No. Okay. Fuck it. Yeah, Dooman, the shadows in this... on the spaceships can get a little... problematic.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. 5th Fleet out.
Alright, I think that's everything we have in this sector. So, let's do another sector. Voyager Cluster, I believe. Just only got the one? Well, that certainly makes things easier.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission-complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
Well...
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
That's troublesome.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. 5th Fleet out.
Alright. Is this... Yes, that's going to be the world we're landing on, so let's get the rest of the worlds done here first. Survey some polonium, because we're Russians and we need polonium to assassinate dissidents with. More turrets and signals for Garrus. Bunch of fun things. Nothing interesting. Alright. Binium. Land on this. What's going on? Let's go back to the website, all the maps. Binium. Alrighty. And bring it back in here to the game. Alright, now, for the maps I have something there and there, up there, there and there. So, go down to this one first, and just see this clockwise. I don't think I'll do I'll open up the codex on the Let's Play just because that's just a lot of reading or listening to the narrator. And the narrator is fun sometimes. But anyone who's watching this, again, is already played the games, or you're brand new and the codex isn't going to matter so much. Man, if you're watching on the internet, you can go on the internet and read the codex. It's interesting. There's a lot of good information in it, but it's not necessary to our gameplay. Backstory, I don't know. It's around things like Blitz and how the Second Fleet under Francine Drescher came to the rescue of Shanxi, First Contact War, that sort of stuff. Also, this plane looks like it's prime Russia real estate, so we shall have to see. Ah, next later. Decrypt these minerals. Museum. Ready? Now, where's the next one? Over there. Okay. Yeah, this thing has less gun diversion than a mouse does.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Just in case. Intelligently, I wouldn't have to go beyond the operational area, which is what I goddamn say it is, not what you say it is, Joker. Inspector and Commander. Yeah, no, I totes wouldn't have found this if it was maps. Alright, what's next? Oh, right. We've got the homing beacon to take a look at. Come on. Let's go. Push it. Push it real good. Wah, wah, wah. Man, everyone in this Mako just vomited up every single breakfast they had the last week.
Mineshaft. That's the source of the signal.
This smells.
I agree.
Helmet on, you
Your
can't
probe
smell.
didn't crash. It was moved here.
They may not know what they have. Let's find it before they set it off.
Right.
Good point, Quasi. Luckily, we're all Supermen.
That was a detonator. Someone just screwed us.
Shepard, at last.
Fun fact, they were supposed to have a Turian there, because the voice and the name is Turian, and there was supposed to be, well, you'll see.
You have me at a disadvantage.
You don't remember me. No matter. I remember you. I never forget anyone I've fought. My name is Ilanos Heliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
You assume I give a damn. That's cute.
The strongest leads. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
And that phrase as well.
You organized the attack on Elysium. You want me to thank you for my Star of Terra?
I was the motivator, the instigator. The one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed because of you. Your damnable holding action.
My crew will come for me.
Oh, let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your suit radios aren't powerful enough to transmit out.
You'll see me again, Heliot. Count on it.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
Orders, Commander.
We find a way out. Someone up there needs my boot up his ass. See if there's anything in here we can use.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm the best! Alright, in fact, we're gonna use sniper. Oh, my sniper reticle is literally the size of my screen. It's cool, awesome. Alright. Boy, fuckwads. Yes, I did, in fact.
Take cover.
Perimeter clear.
I hit him? He's dead. Alright, you know what? Give me... Boy! Oh, well, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Give me shield boost. And... Rex. Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
I'll kill you!
Literally incinerated you.
All targets down.
Enjoy. Alright. Anomaly over there.
Moving out.
Right. And that is... Yeah, that's it. Alright, Hackett. Let's see what you gotta say. Nothing. You're saying nothing. Alright. Let's see here. What do I want? Geez, there is a lot of other places to go first.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets.
Later,
in the
Quasi.
Armstrong
I'll put this up on
cluster.
YouTube
We
where
need
you can watch
someone
the
to
bot.
take them out.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Alright, so we've got 4 systems in the Armstrong Nebula. That's going to be our staging area. Those things. There. Oh. Ancient spacefaring. Walk among these worlds and know our greatness. The monsters of the inn. I would direct those who are still watching to these phrases, because this could be a colony of the creators of a certain monster race that's landing. Let's go back over here to Ray Grenade. There we go. All right, we're starting up here. There was something there, there, and there. So, let's keep going in the clockwise motions. At least there should be something there. No, there it is. Next is that. Oh, hey, that's a giant thing in the sky there. You know what, I'll just deal with that now. Equipment. Okay, well, I guess I can do I guess I just don't pick up anything else. Got it. Alright, there is something over here. Man, that'd be fucking creepy to see all night. Let me get over there. Now I understand. Okay, go. My thorium reactor. Climb, damn you. Well, this isn't good, because those are death spikes. Sorry, dragon's teeth. Creepy music. Hi. Back over here. Let's deal with that. You may, in fact, want to switch to your assault rifle or Harris. Back over here. Yes, I get it. You don't have to keep showing me. God damn. Those are Geth. Okay, I was honestly not expecting that. I'll probably need to deal with that later. That's actually quite a bit. So let's... I'm gonna chill most of this stuff. Around, but I don't know where they are yet.
Hostile contact!
Alrighty. Dealt with.
Area secured. Enemy contact.
I like how I'm just stuck. That's great. Oh, no.
3 more of these outposts left to clear out?
I'm good.
This should be fun.
Let's get here. Mountain over there. Last, well, no, actually it's not last. This planet. And one more thing over there. Hopefully not a threshold.
Heading to position.
Something that it said, but damn it if I can remember that. Alright. I think we're good. Actually, this session's been going for almost 3 hours now. I think I'm going to break for the night, and I'll get started tomorrow morning, Eastern time, probably. Never wake up, be that 7 or 8 or 9 a.m. And we will take a look at some of the secondary systems here, and then I will get going with the primary systems once West Coast is woken up, I think. So, thank you for joining me tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow.